Hi guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? So I'm doing a video here that is instruction thing. It's about tuning the guitar, and once again about to note to David Lee Roth. I really am excited about going on tour with you, and let me just say this: the needles and pins I feel while you're thinking about who to hire. It has no parallel in my life except when I was waiting on whether I got into Harvard College or not after I graduated high school. I graduated at 17. I graduated in 1984, and I got my Harvey Mudd. I drove my application to Harvey Mudd College up to the college literally from my house because I had a moped. Believe it or not, I was mobile, and I got it. I waited till the day the application was due. I turned it in within 5-10 minutes of the deadline of it being there that day. So 15 minutes later, I would have been late altogether. And then I waited to see if I got accepted. And then it's a hard college, and I goofed off a lot in high school. So their initial reaction at Harvey Mudd was to put me on an alternate list. Oh, that's nice. So I didn't have an answer, but yet I still was a candidate. So. That nerves and butterflies in my stomach is the only thing I've experienced in my life that I can remember that's comparable to this to me. And then one day, I'm just walking around high school or something, and like any other day, and my I called it guidance counselor was named Mrs. Hill. I don't remember her first name, but she was Mrs. Hill. She came up to me one day just out of the blue while I was walking around and saying, "Jimmie, they want you." Meaning Harvey Mudd accepted me. So I ended up going to Harvey Mudd College. So this is comparable in that, and that. So rather than dwell on that and how how many butterflies I have flying around in my stomach, let me just do an instruction video, and this is going to be about tuning. And it's a borrowed idea, but I'm going to explain it in a way that I don't think the originator of the idea did. But then again, I'm not the originator of the idea. Okay, so I'm going to talk about tuning the guitar. Now, there's something to be said for tune it to the tuner every note, just like the tuner says. But having said that, Eddie Van Halen, when asked, when a reporter was doing an interview for Guitar Player, Guitar World, whatever, was at Eddie's house, a studio, and Eddie said to this reporter guy, "If you find any guitar tuner, in any of this stuff I have, I will give you any piece of equipment you ask for in this stuff." And the guy obviously couldn't find a tuner, or he would have mentioned it. So Eddie did not use guitar tuners. But having said that, there's nothing wrong with using a guitar tuner to tune absolutely perfectly to pitch. But it's not enough. And it's not my original idea, but Eric Johnson said on his instruction video called "The Fine Art of Guitar," he said that he likes to tune the high strings up a little bit sharp, and he tries to tune the bottom strings down a little flat, and then the middle strings in the middle where they actually should be. And I want to say that I do this too, and I want to give several reasons why I think it's good and it works, and analysis of those reasons. First of all, the first reason is it just gives you more range if you have more range between the high string and the low string, which you get if you put the high strings higher and the low strings lower, then you have more tuning error permitted. There's more. You're more forgiving if you happen to be wrong a little bit in the middle, because you have more of an area to base your map on. That's the first answer to why that's good. It's not the only one though. I'm on Quora. I'm subscribed, and they just gave me a question today. I didn't answer it yet, but the question is there a difference between D flat and C sharp, especially on a violin? I haven't read their answer, but I like that question. And here's my kind of thing about that. When you're going up in pitch, you tend to want to sharpen the note before you go up to that. So if I'm going from C sharp to D, I'm going to play my C sharp slightly sharper of C sharp because I'm going upward with it. And if I'm playing D flat down to C, then I'm going to want to flatten the D flat a little bit. I don't want if it's going down to C, I want to flatten the D flat a little because it's already going down. It wants to be flatter in the first place. And this applies to tuning and playing with high strings versus low strings to me, because it's like Newton's first law of motion. That which is in motion tends to stay in motion, and that which is still tends to stay still. Well, the high strings are higher in pitch, and since they're high in pitch, they tend to want to go higher anyway. And if they're going higher, they're going to want to be sharpened a little. So you want to sharpen the high strings because they tend to go even higher, and therefore you want to sharpen them so it'll sound good. You don't want it to. If you're ascending, you want sharpness. If you're descending, you want flatness. Same goes with the flat strings. With the flat strings, they want to go flat even more. So it's good. So since they're going flat, they want to be a little flatter than they normally would be, because flatter notes want to go flatter, and if you're going flat downward, you want to be a little flat. So just like C sharp is sharper than D flat based on context, even though mathematically it's the same thing, the high string should be tuned a little sharp, according to Eric and Johnson, and the low string, the bass string, should be tuned a little flat. And I do this myself, so I'm a little bit of a I don't like guitar tuners that much, but they're good to get you started. I tune to a guitar tune to make sure I'm in A440, so to speak. Absolute pitch is correct, but then I sharpen my high strings and flatten my low strings, and leave the middle strings basically where they were when I was using the tuner. So, hope this lesson helps. Anything for anybody, anywhere, at any time. And I enjoy doing this because I'm on my walk and I'm just having a nice walk, and like I said, I got butterflies in my stomach, but I'm doing all right. I'm doing great. Love you guys. Peace. Rock.